Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It has been a minute, but I am feeling inspired to do an April TBR Jar video. I haven't made a reading video in quite a while. Last year was not my reading year. But this past week, or this month I'd say, I've read I'm about to finish my 5th book, which is Cuckoo Beans, because that doesn't always happen for me. Granted, I was just on a week off from work, so I got a lot of reading in done, but I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling like I want to continue reading. I want to keep trying to read a lot, get books off my physical TBR, and all of that jazz. So we're gonna make a TBR video for April. Now, I will warn you, do take this with a grain of salt. I am a big mood reader. I almost always am choosing my reads based on how I'm feeling, what I'm feeling in the mood for, what I feel like will hit me well in whatever given moment. So these may not get read at all. Only maybe one might get read, whatever. But regardless, I love watching TBR videos. I think a lot of other people do as well. There's just something fun about choosing a prompt and picking a book based on said prompt. I think it's a fun way to revisit your physical library and maybe get re-inspired with some old books that have been sitting there for quite some time. So that's what we're doing today. I have added a few prompts to my TBR jar. They're in here. So I'll be choosing from here. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Please, cameras cut. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Clearly I haven't been talking that much this week. Whew, anyways. This is a mess, please. I'm also like sweating, but it's fine. Okay, I have a bunch of prompts in my TBR jar that I've just added some more to and updated. So we'll choose, I think 5. I think I wanna choose 5. I feel like that's a safe bet. I'm typically not reading more than that in any given month. So we'll pick 5 books from the TBR jar for April. Let's go. Okay, I feel like I should also mention that I don't use a TBR cart for like direct TBR picks. Like I don't move books from my bookshelf to a separate TBR to like pick from there only. I always want to choose from my entire library, so all of my bookshelves. This is my newest one. This features all of my hardbacks, which I'm super into hardbacks and hardcovers lately. So I hope I get to choose some of these. Emily Henry Stack, one of my favorite books of all time. And then I have one more bookshelf exactly like this to the side of me. Pardon the mess, but there's that. And then I also have over here this one. Pardon my toolbox, it's fine. And then I have like a couple more. I have like a few books by my bed on those shelves and by my TV. So I'll be choosing from any of those bookshelves. So hopefully that is okay. All right, I'm kind of nervous. Let's open our TBR jar. We're gonna pick first prompt, okay? First prompt. Also, I can't even fit my fingers in here. Oh, first prompt is set in springtime. Wait, that's literally perfect. Probably can't read this, but set in springtime. Here's the thing. So I have this book, which you can't see on the bottom. This book right here that I have been really wanting to read this spring, and I feel like April will be a perfect time. I don't know if this is completely set in the springtime, but look at the cover. It's literally giving spring. I don't know. So I feel like this is a good contender. Another contender would be In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. I know that this is, I believe, a second book in the Love Light Farm series, which I believe is spring because all of her books are like seasonal, so winter, spring, summer, fall. So I feel like I could do this one. And then what else? I don't know what else is set in the spring, to be fair. Yeah, I feel like those are my two choices. And I think I'm going to go with Ready or Not. Because I can't get over this cover. I need it. I need to read it during the springtime. I just have to. So hopefully it hits. I've heard so many good things about it. Everybody raves about it. Everybody loves this book and thinks it's so cute. So hopefully I love it. It is a slow burn Friends to Lovers. Friends to Lovers is sometimes kind of like hit or miss for me, but I have high hopes for this one. Okay, prompt number 2 on the way. It's hard to grab them out of here. Has gold or silver on the cover. So I take this to be as like gold or silver on the cover in the title letters or whatever. Some sort of gold or silver. So let's see. I'm gonna check this shelf first. Oh, also I do have, I did just recently finish Iron Flame, so I do have Onyx Storm to start, and I know that there's gold and silver on that cover, but let me just see if I can't find anything else that is calling out to me. A Curse for True Love. That's more of like a white, although it does kind of shine. But no, I do need to finish that trilogy soon though. Surprisingly, there's really like not any on my hardcover shelf. Let me see. Okay, you know what? I am genuinely surprised by how little books I have that have gold or silver on the cover or like in some way the titles, whatever. I thought I'd have more, but I have a couple over there that are Light Lark and Serpent and Dove, I think, which are first books in fantasy series, which I don't think I want to get into just yet. And I feel like this one is literally perfect. It has gold and silver on the title, or not on the title, but on the cover. It is stunning, and I do want to get to this ASAP before the high of Iron Flame fully goes away. So this is going to be my choose for gold or silver on the cover. I haven't made a video in so long. Why am I like wigging out? All right, third prompt. Shake TBR, shake, shake, shake. Oh no, I've got 2. I'm gonna pick this one. One you don't know much about. One I don't know much about. A book I don't know much about. Now, this can mean that other people know about it and I just don't. But one that I don't know much about, I mean, there's probably plenty that I don't know much about, to be fair. Fragile Enchantment. I feel like I just want an excuse for like a royal, charming fairy tale fantasy. But I feel like I kind of know about that one because, you know, I kind of know the premise. Freak. Maybe I should choose like a shorter one. What's Before We Were Innocent? I feel like I know a little about this one. Oh, this is hard. Maybe one on my other shelf. Let's see. I feel like maybe The Club I don't know much about, and it is a mystery thriller, which I don't have yet. Okay, I feel like The Club, which is a mystery thriller. Let me take my Target sticker off. I feel like I heard about this like a while back and I just have not ever picked it up. And I kind of at this point forget what it's like really about. So I think I'm gonna choose The Club. Also, it's like maybe 300 pages, so I feel like that will be good for me to hopefully actually read and get to. All right, prompt number 4. Let's see what we get. Published last year. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of these. I feel like there's a lot of these. Published last year. When was A Curse for True Love published? Let me see. I think it was last year, was it not? Oh, it was 2023 already? Wait, really? Oh my gosh, it was. Dang it. Okay. Maybe I should make that a prompt as 2023 because, yeah, gosh. Ooh. Let's see. I do feel like I kind of want to read Fragile Enchantment. But let me see when that was. When was Fragile Enchantment published? Also 2023, what? First edition 2024. Copyright is 2023. So I feel like this was released last year. I feel like this one could be good. Otherwise, last year, not Emily Henry. I mean, funny story, but do I want to read that one? I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with A Fragile Enchantment for a book that was published or released last year. I believe it was released last year. I might have to double check my facts on that. But I am currently reading The Rose Bargain, and if there's one thing I'm learning about myself right now, it's that I think I really, really love and enjoy kind of like royal fairy tale-esque fantasy books. And this looks like that. And it looks springy because it's so beautiful and cute and has flowers all over it. So I'm gonna choose this one. Lots of hardcovers so far, which I'm really into recently. I don't know why. But let's do our fifth prompt, which will be our last one for today. Oh, title or author that starts with an S. Oh my gosh, I could literally choose another like fairy tale fantasy and choose Stephanie Garber, A Curse for True Love and finish this trilogy, which would mean my April's like full of like fairy tale fantasies. I'm just curious to see how many pages are in this. Like, I feel like I could read it pretty quickly. So I might choose this one, Stephanie Garber, but let me see. Oh no, oh my gosh, guys. Okay, because I really also want to read Somewhere in the City. This is like, I'm pretty sure a new release, and there's like 4 exclusive copies, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Target maybe, and then the original one. And they're all like different colors and they all have different sprayed edges. And I believe, yeah, the front, like how cute is that? And then they have this like cute map of New York inside. And I have been seeing people reading this recently and saying it was literally so good. So I don't know. I feel like I want to put both of them on my TBR just in case. Maybe I'll be like not wanting another fairy tale fantasy. Maybe I'll be like worn out from it. Or maybe, you know, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna choose both. I probably won't get to all of these, let's be honest. And I might listen to Onyx Storm on audiobook, but I'm gonna put both of these, one for the title S and one for the author S, because it would be really great to finish this series, the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, and this I'm just like really feeling called to for some reason. I think I'm gonna love it, so I'm just gonna mess around, do something crazy, put both on my TBR. So there we have it. That's 5 chosen books from the TBR Jar prompt. Thank you, TBR Jar. We love you. All right, so just to recap, we had our first prompt, which was set in the springtime. First prompt was set in the springtime, and I chose Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. It literally looks like it was made for springtime, and I'm super excited to get to this one. Next prompt was Gold or Silver on the cover, and I chose Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. This is the 3rd installment in the Empyrean series that just recently released, and I'm super excited to continue this series. Yeah, that's all I have to say. If you know, you know. I guess, should I briefly touch on what these books are about? Maybe I should. Ready or Not is basically a surprise pregnancy, friends to lovers trope, which I've never read, Surprise Pregnancy, so that should be interesting. And then Friends to Lovers, set in New York City, that whole vibe. Onyx Storm, third book in the series. I'm not gonna say too much about it, but if you know, you know. This series is pretty great. I've been loving every book so far, so that's that. The third prompt was a book you don't know that much about, and I ended up choosing The Club, which is a mystery thriller book. I've had it on my TBR for a little while, and I feel like I heard about it, bought it, and then have not thought about it or touched it since, so I don't totally remember what it's about, and because of that, I do want to go in pretty blind, as it's one I don't know much about. But I do think it has something to do with like an elite club, obviously, that gets invited to these like parties or something of that sort. Somebody dies or something, and they have to basically figure that all out. So that's The Club. Book number 4 is, what is prompt number 4? Oh, prompt number 4 was published or released last year, which would be 2024. I believe Fragile Enchantment was. It says first edition 2024 on the copyright page. And this just looks so cute. I'm super into my royal fairy tale fantasies lately, so I do want to keep that train going. Also, it's so beautiful with all the flowers and stuff. It is gorgeous. Also, look at the inside. But basically, this is about a girl who has magic that lets her stitch emotions and memories into fabric, and it's also the same magic that will eventually kill her. She wants to guarantee a better life for her family, so she jumps at her chance to design the wardrobe for a royal wedding in the kingdom of Avaland. Yeah, so basically she wants a better life for her family, goes to this kingdom to magically thread the royal party's wares or something like that, and I'm guessing she falls in love with the prince, and something happens in that realm, which I love that storyline. So Fragile Enchantment. And then for the last and final prompt, I got a title or an author that begins with the letter S. So I ended up choosing 2 for this. That's fine. This is a TBR. I'm meant to choose from. I can't say if I'll read these all or not, but I chose 2 for this because 1, Summer in the City, title starts with an S. This is a new release, like I was just mentioning, and I've been really feeling called to it for some reason lately, so I kind of reckon I'm gonna get to this regardless, no matter what, very soon. Pretty soon. That doesn't make any sense, but yeah, I'm super excited about this one. So Summer in the City, which I guess it's a screenwriter. She has a big chance to write a big movie in New York City, but she's at writer block. So she goes to the city to get inspiration. She runs into her new neighbor is like this billionaire bachelor who she hooked up with 2 years ago. And so it's kind of like enemies to lovers sort of situation, but it sounds really fun and super cute. And then for that same prompt, I also chose A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. Starts with an S. This is the 3rd and final installment in the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. I would really like to finish this trilogy because it has been 2 years probably since I read the first 2. And I loved them, I devoured them, I thought they were so cute and fun, and whimsical, fairy tale, like, I just love that. So, also, if you look at this, the text is like so large, I really do feel like I could get through this pretty easily. So I chose this one as well, to go along the theme of whimsical fairy tale fantasies, because we love that. So, that is my April TBR from the TBR jar. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I always enjoy TBR videos. If you stayed to the very end, drop down a green apple emoji so that I know you made it. And let me know what books you have on your April TBR this month and what you're excited to be getting into, what has been something you're really enjoying recently. I'd love to know and chat books with you in the comments. So thank you so much for checking out my channel today and choosing books with me. I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you around. Bye.